Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on. I see you brought some friends. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside. Boss is pretty clear on this. I can't let you in unless you buy your lonesome. Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on. I see you brought some friends. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside. Oh boy. Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you. Come back soon now.
Well now, look what rolled in. What, you getting lonely out there? Ask him then. Not much. What? All right then.
So, we meet in person, finally, so to speak. You did well at the fort. Kudos. I take it you've come to deliver the platinum chip? I'll be happy to satisfy your every curiosity once the platinum chip has been delivered. Fine. Give me the chip and I'll pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that? Very well. 5 times your delivery bonus. Not 1 cap more. How shall I put this? Delivery of the platinum chip is non-negotiable. I invite you to think carefully about what you do next, standing alone before me, surrounded by my heavily armed Securitron guards. By the time I was 30 years old, I was a billionaire 30 times over. I founded and ran a vast economic empire. Do you really think I'm going to let an upstart come into my home and ransom my property to me? I spent 2 centuries searching for the platinum chip. It's my invention, my property, mine! Now be a good courier and deliver it! You needn't be afraid of me. It's my Securitrons that are going to kill you.
Engaging target.
this. Centuries of preparation. So much good undone. Fool! To let personalities derail future of mankind. Stupid! No! Don't disable Cerebro! I'd rather be killed! Just kill me! I have nothing to say to you. I have nothing to say to you.
So, we meet in person, finally, so to speak. You did well at the fort. Kudos. I take it you've come to deliver the platinum chip? Fine. Give me the chip and I'll pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that? Very well. 5 times your delivery bonus. Not 1 cap more.
Engaging target. Engaging target. Enjoy your time in Vegas. Engaging target. Don't think we aren't watching you.
So, we meet in person. Very well. 5 times your delivery bonus. Not 1 cap more. Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious. So very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made. Yes, so far as you've seen, all it does is change the picture on the Securitron's face screens from policemen to soldiers. But as you'll see, some things are more easily shown than told. Take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level, and you'll see what I mean. Don't worry, you'll like what you see. We have much to accomplish, you and I. Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, reduced to spec-high Glassinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground-and-air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss. Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the Strip. The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the Strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups while we wait for Caesar's Legion to attack Hoover Dam. Outside New Vegas, at what was once called Nellis Air Force Base, resides an unusual tribe known as the Boomers. They are, shall we say, aggressively reclusive. They have several howitzers they fire at anyone who dares approach the base. Artillery of this sort has a range of several miles. If it's going to fire on Hoover Dam, I want it firing at my targets. If not, then I want to make sure that the Boomers don't sign similar treaties to fire their guns in support of the NCR or Caesar's Legion. Well done. The Boomers' firepower may prove an advantage when the battle for Hoover Dam comes around. Your next assignment won't take you far. It concerns the Omertas and their den of vice, Gomorrah. As the decisive encounter between the Bull and the Bear looms close, my concerns about the Omertas have grown. I've never expected loyalty, mind you, A reliably underhanded tribe is just as constant to deal with as one that always runs true. But that's just it. Lately, the Omerta's cooperative silence has been deafening. Not a single complaint. They're up to something. The Omertas are fanatically loyal to each other. Still, among any group, one can find the occasional degenerate. Gomora's receptionist happens to be one. For years, she passed on whispers of what was taking place at the casino in exchange for payment. A few months ago, she clammed up. Odds are she's scared. But I've had no way of approaching her. Start with her. What do you have to report about the Omertas? What did you want to discuss? That's because he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the platinum chip. Revenge doesn't interest me. Progress does. Sorry to deny you a moment of primate triumph, but you'll have to go elsewhere to sound your barbaric yawp. What else did you want to discuss? I recommend following the Securitron's instructions. Its programming is strict, and I don't have time to change it. What else did you want to discuss? Cannibalism was strictly forbidden in their contract. If some of them broke that stricture, they deserved whatever punishment you dealt them. What else did you want to discuss? Yes, of course. But refraining from those dietary practices is a primary requirement of their contract. They've been good to their word. Put together one hell of a resort hotel, too. From what I hear, I'd want to eat at the Gourmand every night, if I were ambulatory. What else did you want to discuss? I've resurrected Vegas, spirit intact. What I need now is the ability to enforce my rightful claim. Not just against Caesar's Legion, by the way. In fact, the NCR is a more present and insidious threat. To enforce, one must have force, a position of strength. Years ago, when I detected NCR scouts roaming the Mojave, I could tell from their uniforms that these were no mere tribesmen. I knew it was only a matter of time before an army appeared to take control of the dam, and I knew my Securitrons wouldn't be enough to oppose them. And so I recruited the 3 families. Vegas belongs to me because I mustered enough strength to bring the NCR to the bargaining table. Indeed it was, and still is, but not without taking significant casualties. Would Kimball and Oliver have traded the lives of hundreds of soldiers for absolute control of Hoover Dam? Oh, yes. They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar, that attacking me would leave them vulnerable to a Legion offensive. And so they negotiated, not out of the kindness of their hearts, as they try to make it seem, because the calculus of power left no other choice. NCR forces were permitted to occupy Hoover Dam and establish a military base at McCarran Airport. Well, it used to be one. They recognized my sovereignty over the Vegas Strip and agreed to supply electricity and water once their engineers repaired the dam. Written into the treaty were provisions that the NCR do nothing to prevent its soldiers and civilians from visiting the Strip. That's how I harnessed the NCR to my endeavor. Their occupation has been the engine of my growing economy. The salient issue is that they will go to war with me if given the chance. There's just one reason why the NCR hasn't contrived some outrage to justify invading the Strip. Caesar's Legion. The final battle between those two armies is fast approaching. I can't afford to let either side win on their terms. What else did you want to discuss? Yes, though at the time they called themselves the Slitherkin. They were nomads, capable fighters, but their specialty was betrayal. They'd invite travelers into their yurts. They took pride in their craft. I don't think Omertus saw other people as people at all. They reminded me of a certain criminal element Vegas used to attract. What else did you want to discuss? General Oliver's strategy, or tunnel vision, as I like to call it. He wants to outfight the Legion in a straightforward slugging match, and then, a crushing, decisive victory of this sort would overshadow the tactical ingenuity of Chief Hanlon's defense 4 years ago, you see. A good deal should be obvious to you by now. I won't... New Vegas is more than a city. The city's economy is a blast furnace in which can be forged the What is the NCR? A society of people desperate to with all that money pouring in? Give me 20 years and I'll reignite the high technology development sectors. 100 years and my colony ships will be heading for the stars to search. I prefer the term. I would rule as a chief executive. I would not answer to a board of directors or any other entity. Nothing to impede progress. If you want to see the fate of democracies, look out the windows. My judgment. I have no interest in abusing others, just as I have no interest in legislating. Nor have I any interest in being worshipped as some kind of machine god messiah. But autocracy? Firm control in the hands? What else did you want to discuss? Hoover Dam. The NCR had it up and running at 50% capacity. What else did you... It was a place of splendor, as magnificent as today's Strip. I grew up not far from here. By 2065, I deemed it a mathematical certainty that an atomic war would devastate the Earth. I knew I couldn't save the world, nor did I care to. I set to work immediately. I thought I had... On the day of the Great War, 77 atomic warheads targeted Las Vegas. My networked mainframes were able to predict and force transmit disarm code. Laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 38 destroyed another 9 warheads. A suboptimal performance, admittedly. If only the platinum chip had arrived. The platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale, California, or it was to have been delivered by courier the following afternoon. But by then, the world had ended. The chip contained vital software upgrades, but not just for... Given that I had to make do with buggy software, the outcome could have been worse. Software glitches set off a cascade of system crashes. I had to take the Lucky... For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages and more system crashes until I finally managed to reboot. I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma. But I survived, obviously, and eventually thrived. What do you have to... Then look harder.
humanity project doomed to fail. No! Ruined everything! Exposed! Germ! I have...
They showed up before it's in person. You can see our man.
I can't believe we were allowed inside the Lucky 38. That place has been a legend since before the war. Right behind you, boss.
Excuse me, but are you the courier who caused all of that trouble in the tops? Oh, well, we heard, we meaning the followers of the apocalypse, that you had been in there, the Lucky 38, I mean. And we were wondering if you could help us. If it's not too much trouble, of course. This is important enough to the followers that we scraped together the caps required for the credit check. And I'm staying at Vault 21, which is pretty cheap, for the Strip anyway. Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse, well, some of us anyway, have been interested in Mr. House's technology, how he stays alive. Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so no one knows what's going on. Well, except for you. Right. We just want to find out what sort of technology Mr. House has used to stay alive for all these years. It could be of great benefit to the people we try to help, many of whom suffer from hard-to-diagnose illnesses. Ah, I see. I suppose I can give you some medical supplies for your efforts. I assure you they will be worth plenty of caps. Great! I'll have the medical supplies for you by the time you come back. Here, take this packet sniffer. It'll allow us to intercept data on Mr. House's network. You might have to manually remove the encryption from his data network, but hopefully you won't have too much trouble. Good luck.
That one must be important around here.
Territories are safer now with the consoles.
My buddies at McCarran will find it.
asshole that destroyed our monorail.
Hey, have you been able to bug Mr. House's network yet? Good to hear. But it looks like the bug was deactivated a few minutes after it went online. It looks like House has some kind of countermeasure in place to prevent eavesdropping on his network. We'll get through eventually, just not today. Here are those medical supplies I promised. Hopefully you won't need to use them. Take care.
Hey, no one but a... You'll get these back on your way out.
Your ghoul wants to have some Hello and welcome. I knew someone would call in that mark soon. What do you want to know? Sorry, they don't tell me their plans, and I don't want to know. I'm just happy they don't make me... All I can tell you is to find Caccino. He's the lowest level lieutenant you're going to be able to talk to. Some of the girls say he's been involved in some shady business the family wouldn't really like. Ask him about it. I sure do, but loose lips sink ships. All right, you look pretty trustworthy. I hear you've actually been inside Lucky 38. You're the first person who's been in there in as long as anybody can remember. I've heard some pretty shady rumors about the Ultralux. I'm not sure what the deal is, but although they try to put on airs, that place is just... Not much of a rumor, but I hear the Tops is always looking for... It's hard to believe that not too long ago, most of the families on the Strip... Feel free to... Sorry. Sorry, we don't have any hotel rooms available right now, but... Bye.
I've heard the Legion's planning to unleash their best men against us.
Your ghoul wants to have some fun, he can. We don't discriminate.
Cons are history. It serves them right.
I hear you've been asking questions about me, dickweed. What the fuck do you want? Business? What the fuck do you mean, business? You looking to get yourself burned? Now you start talking real clear, and I mean fucking crystal clear, because I'm about to lose my patience. I don't give half a dick what you heard. Now get the fuck out of my face before I burn your sorry ass. You again. What the fuck do you want? I banged Lot's wife and licked her salty ass. The fuck do I look like? I'm the one asking the questions here. Now tell me why you've been dropping my name before I get some muscle over here and we find a private place to talk. Bye.
Fee, I tell you, not at home is gonna have his day. Your ghoul wants to have some fun, he can. We don't discriminate. I'm gonna send you packing.
Yeah. Time for more climbing. I know.
I haven't had a ghoul before. Do I get to keep the tip?
Hey, nice to meet you. Do you need help with something? A little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm a close friend of some of the family around here. I do some independent contracting around the casino, and they set me up with this great room. Goodbye. I hear the NCR and the Kings have been getting along. That's good news for Freeside.
Keeping quiet. Unless my creaky knees give us away.
cons finally got what they had coming. Glad we won't have to worry about them.
I tell you, not at home is gonna have his day.
Cons are history. Serves them right.
Your ghoul wants to have some fun, he can. We don't discriminate. You again? What the fuck do you want? Where the fuck did you get that? Okay, listen, buddy. That's some dangerous shit you got there. That book can get me killed if the wrong people see it. Let's talk. What do you want? What can I do for you? Okay, you got me by the balls. Here's a couple hundred caps. Maybe that'll buy you friendship. You want to come into a back room and give me a chance? Didn't think so. Much as I'd love to put my fist through your neck, Mr. House frowns on that kind of behavior. So it'd get me killed just as quick as that book. I can't stop you, but that's gonna mean my death. I can make it worth your while to give it to me, though. Plus, if you go to the bosses, I can't help you stop what they've been doing. I can pay you for it, of course. I also have some information about the family's business that you might find interesting. Between you and I, we can break up what they're planning, maybe save some lives. Mine included, of course. Oh, here's some caps. Now give me the journal. Alright, there we go. So let me tell you what I know about the family's business. The bosses, Big Sal and Nero, have been working for a while on this. They're arming themselves like an army, using this new guy, Troik. They also brought in a specialist named Clandon. At least that's what they introduced him as. I got no fucking idea. They let him have the run of the place, though. He seems like a nice guy, but he makes me nervous. He's a little arrogant, but he's too nice. Too open. I've never seen him fucking or gambling. Everyone has a vice, but this guy seems like the Pope. Okay, toss him at me. He's a skittish little fucker. Spends half the day pumping his body full of chems and the other half pumping hookers with his willy. He has some kind of connections, so he's able to smuggle huge shipments of weapons into the Strip. The bosses got him by the short hairs. We covered up a hooker he killed while flying on some psycho, so he gets us guns in exchange for not ratting. Okay, toss him at me. No, just that it involves guns and muscle. Also that it's big. Very big. Only Nero and Big Saul know everything, and they ain't telling. Okay, toss him at me. Okay, you can find me here or upstairs in my room. I'll let the muscle know you're a friend of mine. That should let you get around a little easier.
Cons are history. Serves them right.
I tell you. Hey there, can I get you a drink? Maybe a party favor? Sorry, it's not my business to get involved. Here you go. All right, at Gamora, the bar is always open.
You know you want a piece of this. Give me some sugar.
Well, what do we have here, huh? Let me guess. You've heard about the mistress who makes all your fantasies come true. So you followed the call of your desires, all the way to the arms of Joanna, moi. Now that you've found me, I wonder, do you have what it takes? Oh, confident. I like that. So, what do you want to do with what you've got? Oh my, aren't you something else? I guess you'll have to see for yourself what I can do, huh? Consider it on the house, honey. Follow me, hun.
This place smells like booze and sex. That's why I always come back.
Come here, baby. I'm all yours. Are you ready to be all mine? All right, honey. What do you want to know? Yes. It's your paradise on this desolate earth, hun. Your troubles are gone, your pain forgotten, and your dreams come true. Everyone wants a piece of their own personal heaven, so they come here for hours and hours, hun. Military men, NCR ranchers, wandering travelers. They're all the same without their clothes on. What they want, the Omertas provide. You best hold your tongue, friend, or someone here will take care of it for good. All right, honey. What do you want to know? Yes. I'll see you soon, I'm sure. Come here, baby. I'm all yours. All right, honey. What do you want to know? Yes. I didn't think it showed. I guess that it's worse than I thought. I don't know what's happening to me. I can't feel a goddamn thing anymore. Empty and poisoned like the wasteland. I'm afraid I won't make it out of here. Not without Carlitos. If the Med-X doesn't kill me first, Kachino or another Omerta will. I look pathetic, huh? The great Joanna. And now... I don't even know why I'm telling you this. What do you want to know about those sons of bitches? They run the place as a center for all their dirty scams and extortions. Gambling, sex, drugs. They'll use whatever works to exploit your weaknesses. Hooker, customer, it doesn't matter. Everyone here's a pawn to the Omertas, playing and dying by their rules. Nero's the pack leader, and Big Saul's his right hand. What Nero wants, Big Saul does. Then there's Kachino. He's a filthy monster. I've been with perverted men, but Kachino's done things to me that even other Omertas would also want to kill him if they knew what he does. He's broken so many of their rules that I don't know how he still breathes. He was an Omerta that fell in love with me. They don't ever mix with people outside the family, you know? He was planning to escape with me, but Kachino found out about us. So he did something, talked, I don't know. And Carlitos disappeared. Kachino doesn't give a shit about rules, only cares to feed his perversions. He lusted for me. He's done things to me. Look, I'm stuck here. I know that. Carlitos is the only... If he's alive, he's long gone. If you meet him anywhere, I'd do anything to get him. Hun, nobody's given me a free thing before. What's it going to be for you? Caps? Sex? Straps? What? Yes, I know what you want. And I know how to give it to you right now. Come here, baby. I'm all yours. Are you ready to be all mine? Okay. Lay down and I'll take care of you. Come here, baby. I'm all yours. Are you ready to be all mine? All right, honey. What do you want to know? Yeah. As I told you, Carlitos was the only thing that kept me alive. Yes. I'll see you soon, I'm sure.
I've heard the Legion's planning to unleash their best men against us.
I tell you, not at home is gonna have his day.
Hey there. Can I get you a drink? Maybe a party favor? So
Those free side thugs aren't worth it.
So you're... Good to see you again. Hope you're... Kachino. Yeah, I've heard the name. Not sure why he'd send you to me. Is he helping out with room service or something? Little bit of... I'm a close friend of... Kachino. Yeah, I've heard the name. Not sure why he'd send you to me. Is he help... Goodbye.
I hear the Legion is moving some tough...